My name is Ray and I have a 2009 370Z base tour. By no means is this car a flex. It has been sitting for 2 years, and it's because I used to have a VR30 swap in it, and unfortunately I had oil starvation issues because I didn't realize that an oil line was ruptured. And one day I just went out thinking we're all good with my girlfriend and started ripping through gears, going through my Vin Diesel mode, and it blew up. This is gonna be a series of showing you guys everything that's going on with the 370Z and taking it from this rusting turd bucket all the way up to hopefully a 700 horsepower monster. Grab your favorite blankie, get a snack, and enjoy the show. Usually I'm the one behind the camera. Today, I'm in front of the camera. Jackson, Chris, and myself are working on a 2009 turd, which is my 370Z. We already went ahead and took off the front bumper, which is over here. Previously it was VR30 swap, then I did a blasphemous one, and now we're going back to a
VQ VHR.
Yeah, well, you sound so hyped, dude.
I am hyped. You always give me crap about that. I'm excited.
But yeah, I'm stoked because I believe I have like 90% of the stuff I need to get this car running again. And then the goal would be to, once everything is together, obviously get it up and running, start working on the aesthetics, because as you can see, this car has kind of been through hell and back. It's literally been sitting for almost 2 years. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Right now, we're gonna move on to the engine harness, put that on, and then you said you wanted to do pilot bearing?
Yeah, we'll do some, we're gonna get the automatic pilot bearing out. There's like a bushing for these for automatics, but we're gonna get that out. We're gonna get like the transmission cross member in there, get a new transmission in, or not a new one, his old one with some new parts, new slave. Get that up there, get the drive shaft in, and actually get this thing fully mounted, because right now it's kind of got a little wobble to it.
I don't see the issue. What could go wrong?
Extra
safetiness. Yeah, because this car has a lot more dirt on it. Look, media guy number 2's got it.
Yeah, I got this.
Dude, look, I don't know. It's not as bad now.
Yeah, get over there.
Smart, dude. Wow. It's been a while, okay? Ready for detailing.
You're just blowing it.
Yeah, look at it. There we go. It's funny, that did make it look like...
give some,
yeah.
some cleaning to that, you know?
Okay.
Just a little wipe.
It's been a while. Alright, so a little status update. Wiring harness suck. And look who it is, the 3-time champion, Chris the Force Forsberg. Yeah, welcome. Dude, we're going old school. Here, I'm gonna do one of these.
Oh yeah, look at that. Man, yeah, I know. I'm pulling out the jump box. I thought we were ready to go.
Far from. This thing's been in here for like 4 hours. Why isn't it running yet?
It's pretty much good. It's because I wasn't here yet.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
I see you already got that. That's not going anywhere.
That's our transmission mount.
I was telling Jackson, well, them too, is that this is the first time Jackson's actually worked on a stock 370Z.
That's true. This is actually a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first time I've worked on a real Nissan, and it's...
Yeah, did you get the windshield wipers hooked up?
Yeah, we're still looking for that one.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, that's like the end-all be-all of this engine, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. It's what runs this entire motor.
Yeah, I was literally talking to him. I was like, man, like, did they make something so you can delete those off the back of it? And he was like, that's the V-valve. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. Nope.
So they make 3 5-cylinder heads is what they make.
Yeah.
And they're so fidgety. Like, if you mess with that thing, that's it.
We learned that the hard way. On that car.
Oh, yeah.
My Connor's car. Yeah, because we rewired the whole chassis, right? We like had the engine hooked up, and we had the chassis hooked up, and this guy back there, that
is the
is
module?
a whole nother ECU that runs just these two
Only
motors.
that?
And we had to rewire that in to make this thing run, and they figured it out, like got like the relays to like time on correctly, and like, you know, because like this has to power this has to turn on first, and then
that car
loads
has relays
that.
in it. It's not a PDM.
No, it has a whole PDM that runs the chassis, but then from there is a lead to like a bank of relays that like,
holy cow,
you know, triple, you know, trigger themselves. to operate that thing appropriately. It was a nightmare.
That does sound
It was
like
a nightmare. We're sitting there just like, because we got the car super close to being done, and we were just out of time. Sent it out for its first race, and the thing just hadn't even started yet. Right? Because we're like, oh, it just needs the tune loaded, or it needs the this loaded. And then it's like, where's the module? We're like, oh my God. So then we go to A Solutions out in Chicago. We go up to their Z, we pull that thing out, we cut the harness off of it, and just, pulled out the schematics and started
Oh my God.
getting it back in there. Got the thing fired, put it on the dyno, eventually got it running, tuned, pulled the power all out of it to get the flat power curve on it. Sent High Cutter out there, and he was like, I don't know, third fastest.
No way.
In a car that we just built.
Great.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just rigged this, so.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. Like, he was just motoring out there. And we're like, he was like running like with Swenson, who's like, the front runner. It was pretty rad.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
I
we're
like-
having the most unbelievable time getting this wiring harness routed correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
it's funny because I don't think I've ever put one of these back in one of these
Same.
cars.
Literally same.
Literally, they would go one direction.
I've never put a stock harness back into a stock car.
Here we go.
Yeah. No, I can figure it out. I can figure this out. Yeah. Normally they're getting tossed, but no, it's a good
I feel
harness.
like
Yeah,
we're going.
no, it's actually
I feel like we're
up,
going
dude.
the right direction.
Yeah. I know. It's
The knocks are plugged in, and I know it goes with this big fucking clamp, frickin' clamp.
Thanks. We'll get back to you guys after these messages.
This is the first for me.
All right, I'm not saying I didn't know what I was doing, but Chris definitely might have helped us out a lot.
Might. It just took me one photo.
Hey.
Like, I just need to know how this one plastic thing sits. You guys had it going the other way, so you're setting me up for failure.
Yeah.
It was a test. I passed.
Yeah, we did
The
it on
harness
purpose.
coming around this way and then trying to feed back that way. Like, we knew this was the crossover, but you guys had it feeding from this way instead of from
Feeding
this
the wrong
way.
way,
So it all lines up
Fits
now.
a lot better now.
We just wanted to make sure the Nissan guru remembered. That's all it was.
I've never put a harness on a VHR before, when you
So?
really think about it.
See, we're all learning today. Went ahead and put on some of the accessories. The guys actually helped me out and got most of the wiring harness already put on, but power steering pump is on, alternator is almost on. Just need to put one more bolt here to secure it. Found out I need a tensioner, which is not a big deal, can go get one. And I'm also just gonna go ahead and leave the AC pump on and just run no AC, just because it's like not really needed. I mean, we're in California, so it's not a big deal. The weather's usually fine. It's getting towards winter anyway. As long as I have a little bit of heat, because I'm from Miami, get cold, we should be totally okay. But I'm gonna finish this up. Just wanted to show you guys the update where we're at. But maybe Chris has a tensioner laying around. He's like, has so much random stuff that I wouldn't doubt it, but it's getting there. It's looking good. Shouldn't take really much longer. So you're rolling, brother.
Yeah. Oh no, we're making wild progress now down here. We had to completely re-manifold this thing. Old manifold's off because apparently one was really rusty and stripped up and messed up, and then we had to swap these studs back around for the configuration for these headers. So I just finally finished that. I had to re-tap 2 of the holes in the head because those, oh yeah, it's been going perfectly smooth. So yeah, I did a little thread restore on there. So chewed that up and use this cool little E-socket to swap the studs around. That's what we've been doing since it was daylight out. It's dark now. At least we're almost where you guys started when I got here. Progress. It's gonna feel like something happened today.
Yeah, I've been working hard too.
Oh yeah.
The seat back together. I
Yeah. He successfully removed and reinstalled the same fuel pump.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, also, to-
But we found some things.
I was about to expose myself.
Yeah.
The line in the back that goes.
Things.
Don't judge me. The line that goes. You know what?
He's like, well, like, you know, you have fuel pump written down, right? And so I'm like, does it have a fuel pump in it? Because I'm like, it's gonna be NA for now. We can skip that.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's got an aeromotive. I'm like, what do we need to put a fuel pump in it for? And so I'm like, and he's like, well, like the sensor thing doesn't read right, like it's stuck or whatever. And I'm just like, all right, well, let's pull it out and have a look. So first discovery, fuel line hand tight. I just reached down in there and started busting it loose. Pull it out. The tube that runs across to the other side of the saddle, not hooked up. So it's only sucking out of the passenger side. And due to it not being hooked up, it was tangled around the sensor.
Hey man, all right. It's all right. Stuff happens, you know.
Hey,
we learn.
this is what happens when YouTubers build race cars.
Hey, you are a YouTuber.
I am now. I was a race car builder, then forced to become a YouTuber.
And just like they said, sometimes YouTubers, you know, maybe sometimes we do some ghetto things, but it was all for the sake of learning. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, Ray, what did you do? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, it wasn't really that bad. It's not like the car was gonna like, you know, explode or anything. I hope. It was just more on the lines of things that I was rushing and I probably should have slowed down and asked for help when I needed it. But thankfully, you know, Chris and Jackson helped me out and the car got sorted and then we move on. So, you know, Chris, Jackson, thanks for roasting me, but you know, it was maybe just a tad bit deserved. Maybe a lot of it deserved. So I believe we're gonna go ahead and, because everybody's already like kind of dipped out, but we're gonna pause here for now. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I have to order, but I like to be realistic with myself too. Chris is 1000% right. The YouTubers, man, you guys will be shocked how many times we just botch things. It's sick because, you know, even though I kind of did something that was like way out of my, I guess for lack of better words, pay grade. It's cool to work with guys that know 100% what they're doing because then you learn. Because even stuff like this, like my seat was loose, fuel pump was not connected properly in the rear. I'm gonna change that out to a Grip Royal one, Chris's signature one, steering wheel. So a lot of stuff that was pretty ghetto, but
You think you're getting a free steering wheel now?
yeah,
Jeez,
I already got one. So
pay for the beer.
I already got one. I got
$5.
nice. I like the way you stacked it.
Yeah, they're Modelos are $200. It comes with a free Grip Roll wheel.
Yeah.
Now it's 5 o'clock. All right.
When you work with people that know what they're doing, it's sick because obviously you learn from your mistakes and then obviously you correct it later. But it's better if you just do it right the first time. So a couple of years ago when I was doing this stuff, trash. But yeah, well, I don't know when we'll continue on, but we'll be back on this, you know, eventually. And that's it. It comes to an end for this specific episode. Now, I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I've been posting my car on Instagram and TikTok and maybe even some YouTube shorts for a good while. So if you really want to see where the car is at now, where it currently stands, you can skip this whole like waiting period. It just goes straight to my Instagram. But this video is more for catching everybody up. I've had such a cool following, small but cool following over the years, just wondering what's going on with my Z. Honestly, I was super stoked on recording a YouTube video and getting my stuff out there. There are so many more extra mods that has been installed in the car, and even still, there's still more. There's so much to do. But realistically, the goal of this episode, well, not this episode, but just in general, before I add boost and like all these crazy things, get the car sorted and running properly, which ended up being an entire struggle for so long. And I'm still struggling. But like I said, if you want to check out what's already on the car, please, by all means, go to Instagram. If you want to wait and just, you know, not give yourself a spoiler, kind of like, you know, this is kind of like, this is watching like Game of Thrones, you know, not like the last season, like the earlier ones, the ones that were good, not the last season that felt like entirely rushed. If you guys want to follow along, I love making YouTube videos. I'm going to keep making them regardless. So if you like what's going on, consider subscribing. If not, it's okay. Just, you know, I'll be here.